Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Susan Collins. Susan Margaret Collins is a U.S. politician who currently serves as the senior United States Senator from Maine. A member of the Republican Party, Collins has served in the Senate since 1997, and has served as the chairwoman of the Senate's Special Committee on Aging since 2015, and previously chaired the Senate Committee on Homeland Security from 2003 to 2007. She is considered one of the most moderate Republicans in office. She also is known for her long consecutive voting streak, which reached 6,000 votes in September 2015. She is the current dean of Maine's congressional delegation. Born in Caribou, Maine, Collins is a graduate of St. Lawrence University, beginning her career as a staff assistant for Senator William Cohen in 1975. Collins later became the staff director of the Oversight of Government Management Subcommittee of the Senate Committee on Homeland Security in 1981. She was then appointed as the Commissioner of the Maine Department of Professional and Financial Regulation by Governor John R. McKernan, Jr. in 1987. In 1992 she was appointed by President George H.W. Bush as the Director of the Small Business Administration's regional office in Boston. Staying in Massachusetts, Collins became that state's Deputy State Treasurer in 1993. After moving back to Maine in 1994, Collins became the Republican nominee for governor in the 1994 general election, becoming the first woman to become the nominee of a major party for governor of Maine. Collins finished third in a four-way race with 23% of the vote. After her bid for governor in 1994, Collins became the founding director of the Center for Family Business at Husson University. Collins was first elected to the Senate in 1996. She has been re-elected 3 times, in 2002, 2008, and 2014. After former New Hampshire Senator Kelly Ayotte lost re-election in 2016. Collins became the only Republican in the U.S. Senate currently representing a state in New England. Early life. One of 6 children, Collins was born in Caribou, Maine, where her family has operated a lumber business since 1844. Her parents, Patricia M. Collins and Donald F. Collins, each served as mayor of Caribou. Her father also served in both houses of the Maine legislature. Her mother was born in Barron-sur-Bermeja, Columbia, to American parents. Collins has English and Irish ancestry. Her uncle, Samuel W. Collins, Jr. sat on the Maine Supreme Judicial Court from 1988 to 1994 and served in the Maine Senate from 1973 to 1984. Collins attended Caribou High School, where she was president of the student council. During her senior year of high school in 1971, Collins was chosen to participate in the U.S. Senate Youth Program, through which she visited Washington, D.C. for the first time, and engaged in a 2-hour conversation with U.S. Senator Margaret Chase Smith. Collins is the first program delegate elected to the Senate and currently holds the seat once held by Smith. After graduating from Caribou High School, she continued her education at St. Lawrence University in Canton, New York. Like her father before her, she was elected to the Phi Beta Kappa National Academic Honor Society, and Collins graduated from St. Lawrence magna cum laude with a bachelor's degree in government in 1975. Early political career. Following graduation, Collins worked as a legislative assistant to U.S. Representative and later U.S. Senator William Cohen from 1975 to 1987. She was also staff director of the Oversight of Government Management Subcommittee on the United States Senate Committee on Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs. In 1987, Collins joined the cabinet of Governor John R. McKernan, Jr. as Commissioner of the Department of Professional and Financial Regulation. She was appointed the New England Regional Director for the Small Business Administration by President George H. W. Bush in 1992. After briefly serving in this post until the 1992 election of Democrat Bill Clinton, she moved to Massachusetts and became Deputy State Treasurer of Massachusetts under Joe Malone in 1993. Returning to Maine, Collins won an 8-way Republican primary in the 1994 gubernatorial election, becoming the first woman to be nominated by a major party for governor of Maine. During the campaign, she received little support from Republican leaders and was criticized by conservative groups for her more liberal views on social issues. She lost the general election, receiving 23% of the vote, and placed third behind Democrat Joseph E. Brennan and the winner, independent candidate Angus King, her future Senate colleague. In December 1994, Collins became the founding executive director of the Center for Family Business at Hutton College in Bangor. She served in this post until 1996, when she announced her candidacy for the seat in the U.S. Senate being vacated by her former boss, William Cohen, who retired to become U.S. Secretary of Defense under President Clinton. With Cohen's public endorsement, she won a difficult 4-way primary and faced Joe Brennan, her Democratic opponent, from the 1994 gubernatorial election. In the general election, she eventually defeated Brennan by a margin of 49% to 44%. She was re-elected in 2002 over State Senator Chellie Pingree, 58% 42%, and again in 2008 over Rep. Tom Allen, 61.5% 38.5%. In both elections, she carried every county in Maine. In 2014, Collins defeated Democrat Shenna Bellows 68.5% 31.5%, and again carried every county. Thank you for watching. Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.